Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the TGT podcast. You're here with me, Tom, and Taku. We're joined with a proud sponsor and special guest, Luke Woerndle, co-founder of Cremlon. We've had him on a few times before. You guys seem to love him. Podcast always blow up when he's on. Coincidence? I think not. So before we get into the episode, let's do a usual quick shout out to Kremlin. Luke, you got it on right now?
Yeah, I got it on right now, and I got the trackies right here.
He came prepared, man. Man's out here flexing the.
I had to.
We got the
I'm ready.
Make sure you're
slides there as well if you want, but
make sure you guys are
wait.
Hold on.
Hey, yeah, guys, check out the slides. I got it right here.
So guys, make sure you're checking them out in the description. Make sure you're copping it. Some fresh fire hoodies, trackies, slides, socks. Maybe.
And they have a giveaway going on right now. They've got a giveaway going on right now, so if you guys want to be a part of that, make sure you go check out that Instagram. And we have our own code now, so if you guys want to get 10% off.
Use Tom 10. 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 Tom 10, boys. Tom 10.
Tom 10 and Taku 10. Get the 10% off. But use Taku 10, yeah.
Hashtag Team Geese for life. Hashtag Team Geese. Hashtag Team Geese.
Team Geese, never forget. And make sure you guys, you're following the podcast. Follow the Insta. We're 30 away from 100 followers on Insta, which is fucking insane. And YouTube, we get them 3 subscribers, 2 of them being me. But hey.
So make sure you check in the description for that. Follow all the social medias. And yeah, that's about it. I think that's about it with everything. So today we don't have any athletes coming on except for Luke.
I mean, no, hey, don't disrespect my guy like that. He's a
champion.
Well, we'll get into that. We'll get into that later. We'll get Luke to tell the story. We'll get Luke to tell the story.
But today we're going to be talking about the you go, Luke. Sorry, what'd you say?
Which story, Taku? What are you talking about?
The story, the game winning story. We got to tell the game winning story.
Yeah.
But hey, this is sort of a throwback episode. We haven't done an episode like this since episode 7. We've been heading out bangers with a special guest. But I love like these sort of episodes as well.
Yeah. So we're going to be talking about the NBA and what's happening going on. So the NBA moves from 22 to 22 teams format in Orlando. The NBA agreed on a 22-team format for the resumption of the pandemic-interrupted season in a major step forward. The league will move into the ESPN worldwide sports complex at the Disney campus near North Orlando, near Orlando next month. Sorry.
Bro, you want to read? You want to read, my guy?
You want to get
speak English, bro?
Let me finish reading. Another step was completed on Friday as extended when the representatives from the National Basketball Players Association voted to unanimously approve the proposal that the NBA's Board of Governors approved a day earlier. So the first question, Taku's written down is, did you expect the league to come back when it was first cancelled? I mean, do you want to answer this, Taku? During question.
Look, to be honest, I didn't expect it to be canceled. I thought like when they sort of canceled the season, I thought like that was going to be the end. Because realistically, the league starts again in a new season supposed to start in September, October. So I thought by the time, especially in America, like it was growing rapidly. So by the time that everything had blown over, it was going to be time for a new season. I didn't expect them to go on and finish the season.
That's true. I mean, when the season was canceled, I was just like, all right, that's it. They're going to scrap the year because we were already that deep into the season. We had the All-Star weekend, we had all that. And it's getting to the business end where teams are like, they're contending heavily for the finals. Yeah, exactly. Like they're really getting intense in like how they're playing. Like you can see LeBron, even LeBron was talking about it on his social media, like getting intense, stuff like that. The GOAT LeBron, I forgot to put the GOAT in front of his name. The King, should I say.
Not my king.
He was talking about, he's my king. He's my king. He's the GOAT. Greatest of all time, unarguable. But,
What?
but it's just like it's a big time for these teams, and I'm just shocked. Like, how are they going to do the finals now with that? Like, what's the deal with that?
So they're saying like the finals will be around October now.
But they're gonna continue playing like the full season now, like carry on from where we start now.
Nah, but then obviously it's only 22 teams coming back. So teams that can't make the playoffs anymore aren't coming back. And then like in the West, I know it's like 6 teams going for one playoff spot.
Yeah.
And then they're gonna do like if it's close, they're gonna do a play-in. And then the league will stretch out until around October, and then the league's looking next season will probably start around December.
Right.
Yeah. Like October though, like finishing that late, that's usually when the next season starts.
You started the next season in October.
And like the draft and stuff's been all pushed back, and it's
the draft. I feel bad for the rookies this year, man. They've had it tough. Like, imagine being a rookie like Zion, you come into the league, you've got big expectations from everyone, and then they just cut your season short, Like, how do you deal with that?
Yeah. Well, they don't really get to hit like the rookie wall because like they all get it, and then the season stops. So they don't really, I don't know. They don't know what a full 82 game season is yet. So
yeah, exactly. They don't have the experience right now.
Next season's going to be tough.
Yeah.
I mean, if Zion was to like play a full year, like how we expected, he was dropping 20 bombs like on a regular. He was balling out in every game he played. Do you reckon like they would have compared him to LeBron still, like at that point in time? Because we all know like LeBron and MJ, they had breakout years in their first year. Like Jordan was dropping like he averaged 20, didn't he?
He was 26. He was averaging like 26.
Like, do you reckon Zion could have not reached 26? Because that's just like insane. With Michael Jordan, it's a different story. But do you reckon he could have reached to that standard? Dropping like 7 rebounds, maybe 4 assists, 20 points for a season as a rookie. Do you reckon you could see that happening?
I reckon he could have. He had a phase where he kept getting over 20. Like he never got under 20 for like 10 games, whatever it was, and then
that's right.
Yeah, like I don't know. He's very good though. Like we already know that, so I think he'll come back and he won't be affected. It's probably good for him because he starts to recover from that injury still.
That's right, the injury. I forgot about that.
And if you look at it, he hadn't played that many. People were really saying that he was rookie of the year, and considering like what Ja had been doing all year as well.
Ja's been so underrated this year.
Ja has been a monster.
RJ, sleeping.
Allow it.
Allow it, fam. But I don't know. RJ's had a fair season. Like it hasn't been like a breakout. Right. He hasn't had a breakout yet, but it's been like decent.
Yeah.
Give him a few years, give him some experience. Maybe
solid player in the league.
Give him LaMelo Ball.
Give him some support
to the Timberwolves.
No.
I reckon OKC might get him. I could see it happening. How many draft picks you got, bro? We can trade for him.
Yeah, it's the Clippers draft picks, bro. There's like 29. Who wants to draft 29?
Nah. We got heaps of draft picks. We got like 8 or something, didn't we?
From the Clippers, though.
Yeah.
So the Clippers are gonna be good. So they're gonna be low draft picks.
Doesn't matter. It's still draft picks. We've got a future to build on. Bloody look at what's his
name. You've got Shy. Shy's gonna be something good.
Bro, Shy's gonna be something.
Someone to build off. Yeah.
Chris Paul.
Bro, I'm telling you, CP3 and Shy. Like I reckon there's a lot of they rebound well off each other, and then big Stevie Adams in the center. I mean, what more can I say?
And I think CP3 is such a good mentor for Shy to learn off as well. Like CP3 is just that ideal point guard. Like he can score, but he also knows when to facilitate at the same time.
Yeah, exactly.
You want him on the Knicks.
I want him, yeah.
As an older player, you reckon?
Yeah, but like the only negative is his contract. Like his contract's terrible, but he's like what he did to OKC. I thought OKC they'll be bottom. Like I didn't think they would be in the 22 that are in. They're like fifth in the West, fourth in the West, and then that's because of Chris Paul. Like he's just changed their whole thing.
He's been a real good he's been a good head, he's been like a good captain sort of thing, He's been like a real big head figure. But I reckon people underrate Steven Adams so much on Oklahoma's team, bro. Like people do not give him the respect he deserves. That man is just a brick wall. Like nothing gets past him, and he just puts up points. He puts up points and rebounds every game. He's just so consistent in how he plays. And I feel like he doesn't get the respect that he deserves when he plays because people are like, oh yeah, CP3, Shy, even what's his name? What's the other guy?
Danilo
Gallinari.
Yeah. Like, you know, people just don't respect him enough because they always see like these other centers, like, you know, they got Cat, they got what's his name, Capella, who else? Another great center, Rudy Gobert. Talk about him.
Yeah.
You know, they got all these other great centers that people like Jokic. They got these other great centers people are focused on, but then no one focuses on. Bro, why are you flipping off Jokic? Leave him alone.
Jokic,
He's a good center. He's a good center.
Jokic,
He's the worst 2K player to play with. Oh my god.
Oh, he's awful. He's awful,
Terrible.
bro. Like, I mean, but yeah, I can't see. I know the season will come back. Going back to the main point, I know the season will come back, but like I don't see whoever wins it this year. It's going to be like painted. Like the championship will never be what it originally was. Kind of.
Yeah, there'll be an asterisk. There'll be definitely an asterisk next to it.
Like if LeBron wins it, everyone's going to be like, "Oh, he's not as good as MJ."
Yeah,
because,
I know.
You know, they had Corona. Like, just shut up, man. Like he still won a championship. Like you go win a championship. I'd like to see other play. I think it's more of a feat if you do win it this year as well, though, because like, imagine staying at home 24/7 and like most of these players, like you don't have a gym. Like obviously they don't have a gym, but like they got to work out at home and they can't just get their like what's it called, their basketball coach to come train them. And they can't train their team.
Yeah.
So you got to figure out ways to like still be a team without playing together, kind of thing. Especially in America, because it's all just like
America's, and that's the other thing. Like it's just like it's so bad up there right now. They're completely stuffed.
Like when the season comes back, it's good. That's another. It's gonna be a testament to like the true teams that like, because you're not gonna have been able to run plays and stuff like that. So it's like you're getting back into that whole rhythm and sort of just finding where you had left off. Because it's like going into the playoffs, you go in when you're ready, so deep in your rhythm. You know your place, you know your playbook. So now it's just like having to sort of find that rhythm again and like playing those games and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't see this year being like a good finish with sport. You know,
I'm just keen to see
like,
something. I want to watch some. Yeah, I just want to watch some stuff. You know, I'm bored.
I can't wait, man. I can't. John, I'm just excited for like just to watch some NBA again.
I'm excited for this weekend. The footy's coming back.
Footy's back.
Sure, for people that aren't from
like sports bets calling me.
Our 3% from America, you know, I
mean, those people like, away. I'm not sure if you've heard of Aussie rules. It's just like the local sport that we all play here. It's pretty chill. Moving on from that, so the medical protocols are the most critical part of the return to play plan. The protocols are the key and will most likely be players will have to practice social distancing when they aren't playing, plus submit to quarantine at the beginning of time at Disney and likely daily testing for the entirety of their stay there. There's a look at the potential protocols. Is this too much? Is it too much?
Daily testing seems a bit heavy.
That's it's a bit of a grind, jeez.
Yeah, but you don't know who's got it. That's the problem. Like,
you need to do it.
Yeah, obviously you need it, but then you think like what Jonesy was saying, like how it hurts the heaps. It's like
apparently it's horrendous.
Going through that every day.
I mean, it's a small price to pay for salvation.
Stop. Stop.
I'm sorry.
But I guess so.
That's true.
But then it's like, and then again, it's like they can't have it's just like them by themselves. They can't have their families there as well. So stuff like that. But I guess it's sort of just like being on the road for an extended period of time.
But think about all the people that are in the stadium as well. Like you got the people that are wiping down the floors, the coaches, the players.
I don't think will they have them? I don't know if they'll have like.
They have to, bro. You can't play on a slippery floor. Like surely you have to have people that are wiping the floors down. You know, you know, they sweat and then they like rub on the floor when they're hustling for the ball, bro. Like it just becomes a pool of water. Like after a certain amount of time, you know, they gotta have people that's cleaning the floor and stuff. Like there's heaps of maintenance people that'll have to go up. Like people in the shot clock box making sure like everything's functioning as well. Like there's gonna be heaps of people there. Like even they might even have security there, you know. Like what if one of the security guards has it and like daps up LeBron and then like he goes and daps up the rest of the Lakers and then they all just get it, you know. That's why I feel like it's a necessary precaution that they'd have to take if they really want the season to go forward, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you don't know who's got it. For all we know, I could have it. I'm just not showing symptoms. That's the difficulty. Like, you don't have to show
Yeah, I
symptoms.
know.
I mean,
Crazy. Hey, my God, like, I don't have it. Like, I don't have it. No, that's one of the things. It's like they don't have to show symptoms for them to have it, which is crazy to me. You know.
So it's definitely going to be interesting how it all plays out when the season comes back. Like what you see, like one thing that's been like interesting is like when German football came back, you see the sub benches, like the subs will all be like sitting like eaves far apart.
Oh,
They're gonna then they're huddling up. It's just like the whole thing is it's a bit interesting at the same time.
That's true. I actually liked watching the German football. I watched a few games. Shout out to Kai Havertz, my guy.
Bro, Kai Havertz has been winning me bare money. Kai Havertz, anytime goal scorer, guaranteed.
But, Kai, if you're watching this, I love you, bro. You won me like $20. And who else?
Robert Lewandowski.
Bayern did well. Let me check my sports bet now. But like Bayern did
I
well.
was going to put a bet on one of those Bayern games, and I had everything right, and I didn't put it on.
Oh, no. Man, that hurts. That hurts.
That game they won 5-0 against someone. I forgot which one it was.
Oh, yeah. Well, that was a racing game, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was like 2 weeks ago. No.
The good thing is, if you're ever losing money, just put heaps of money on Bayern Munich. Because, you know, it's like you know, you need a win. Oh, I'll just put it on Bayern Munich.
So, anyway, so the season is set to resume on July 31st with the playoffs starting in mid-August, and the NBA Finals could stretch until October, with all teams having something to play off, whether that be a playoff spot or playoff seeding. At the bottom of the East is interesting because the Brooklyn Nets and Orlando Magic are separated by half a game, and the Washington Wizards are just 1.5 games out of going into the playoffs as the number 8 spot. So, like, looking at it, who do you think overall is just going to make it in? Do you think it's going to be, like, Brooklyn, Orlando, Washington? What do you think?
I think it's going to be Brooklyn. I think it's just because, like, as well, if they had KD coming back, then for sure. But, like, now, is Kyrie going to play?
Nah, Kyrie said he's not going to play. Because he had that season-ending shoulder injury.
That's right, yeah. I don't know. It's really hard.
If they're not injured, Jesus Christ.
It'll be either Brooklyn or Orlando, but like I don't know. Brooklyn are just getting ready for next year now. They really don't care until they get Kyrie and KD back. But I don't know. I think I'll stick with Brooklyn because I like Jared Allen and Spencer Dinwiddie, but I don't know. Orlando could slip in. So.
I really want Washington
Orlando 8th right now.
Yeah, so Brooklyn 7th, Orlando 8th, Washington 9th. I really want Washington to make it.
But there's talks that John Wall could be coming back. You tell me earlier, Taku.
Yeah,
I mean, that could be big.
If he comes back, then
if John Wall comes back, imagine
they probably would make it. I reckon they would. I reckon they'd probably they'd go above Orlando.
Because they say John Wall's healthy at the moment. So
yeah. It's one of those things where it's like John Wall's good, but do you reckon he'll ball hog? You know, like do you reckon he'll he's a good player?
That's what Bradley Beal's had to do all season because Bradley I mean, they have Isaiah Thomas. Isaiah Thomas hasn't really found his Boston Celtics form.
Yeah, so he's lost now.
John Wall. I feel so bad because, bro, 2017 was different. Isaiah Thomas
he was unbelievable.
Balling out, bro.
That game, the day his sister died and he had to play, and he dropped 50. That was
so sad, fam. Oh my god.
He dropped buckets, didn't he?
He went off, 52, 53.
Yeah, it was in a playoff game.
And that was against the Wizards as well, bro. Oh my god.
I remember. Yeah, that was IK you're talking about.
Yeah. So then out west, there are 6 teams basically going for one spot, and whichever team has to go against the Lakers first round.
It's a wrap, bro. It's a wrap. Whoever plays the Lakers first round, they're done.
Yeah.
They're done anyway.
So right now, it's the Grizzlies, the Trailblazers, the Portland, the Pelicans, and sort of the Sacramento Kings, you could sort of say.
All right, so Pelicans get knocked out, Grizzlies get knocked out, Who was the other
Blazers
one?
win. They're going to beat them.
Blazers win. Blazers can win. That's the only hope.
Melo goes off Taku, and there it is. Then they're
I'm sorry.
going to win the championship.
What? No, stop it.
I hope
Yeah,
Portland
yeah,
make it for the sake of Melo, but I think the Grizzlies will make it.
But you know what I was thinking? Low key, a sleeper in the West is the Houston Rockets.
A sleeper.
If the Houston Rockets can figure it out, I honestly can see them.
I don't know. I can
see them beating the Clippers.
They beat the Clippers though, did they? No, they got done.
They beat them in the regular season. Yeah, James Harden went off.
See, I don't know. The thing with the Rockets is that they need Harden or West, like basically both in the playoffs to go off like almost every game. One of them's got to do like everything, and like I don't know if they can do that every game. You know, like against the Clippers, against like Kawhi and Paul George. I don't know.
Man,
I get what you mean. I know what you mean. If they do figure it out, then they're going to be like unbelievable. Like they could, you know.
I felt so bad because last season I was like, bro, OKC making to the finals. I'm like, Portland, they beat Portland. Denver, they beat Denver. Golden State without Kevin Durant. OKC beats Golden State without Kevin Durant, and then legit. Then first round, OKC just does me dirty and lose to Portland in 6. I was like, what was it, 5?
I hated that series so much. Oh my god,
so disgusting.
Never forget sitting in a train and then Damian Lillard hits that shot.
I was so sad.
I hate Damian Lillard with a passion. I have no love for Damian Lillard.
Damian Lillard is your Nikola Jokic for me.
Bro, I'd slap him across the face and be like, "You did this to me." I'd be like, "You're the reason Toronto's alive right now. You're a dog. You are the coronavirus to me. You ruined my life. We could have had a championship, but no, you fucked me."
Alright,
bitch,
bro. That shot was insane, though. You have to appreciate it.
No, I have to respect that. He's a good player, but I'm just salty that he knocked us out with one shot. Bro, PG, step up, man. Why are we stagging on him? He's called Logan Lillard for a reason, bro. Bro, PG pissed me off. I'm glad he went to the Clippers now.
So then, diving a bit deeper, some teams will go almost 9 full months without a game. Meanwhile, the 2020 NBA finalists will only get around 9 weeks before the next season starts. So, and then you have to cram everything. So you have to cram free agency, the draft, and I don't know if even you could say summer league in a sense. So how will this lack of games for like some teams, so like the Timberwolves, the sort of those kind of teams, and then like sort of the shortage of break for the other teams, how will this like impact the next season, like going into the 2020, 2021, 2022, 2020, 2021 season?
Look, I'm happy to not watch the Knicks for 9 months. That's fine. I don't have to go through that. I don't know.
So unfortunate, man.
There's not much more we can do. I honestly, even with a longer break, it'll probably make us even worse. But I don't know. I can't do it. Honestly, I can't watch it. So I'm happy they're not playing.
I can't see teams recovering from this for like another 5 years until like things really like get back into a normal process. You know, like I see like a 2-year gap where you'll see some teams thrive and some teams drop off it. You know, like there'll be a big skill gap soon, I reckon. Like you see your teams like the Lakers who are like competing heavily. You know, if they keep their team and they're competing heavily, like they'll do well. But then you got your teams like Chicago Bulls. You know, like they've got no hope. You know, they've got no talent coming through that's like, oh shit, yeah, they're gonna be really good. Like they got Kobe White, but
you know, I mean, Laurie Marketing was supposed to be good, but
yeah, exactly.
I don't know what happened.
Like, look at this. So let's say the season ends around August, late October, late October, and then next regular season is supposed to start around December 1st, and that means that because then you're pushing. I think the only sort of logical way to look at it is next season can't be 82 games.
Yeah,
that's just too. It's like there's not enough adequate break for every team. That 82 games is just too much, and someone's gonna get injured, and then so it's like. And then also, not only that, but then that means playoffs then don't start until late May, where normally that's start of finals. and then it's pushing then again to late July until where finals are playing, and that's just shifting the whole time to continue to shift the whole timetable back. So unless you just snip this next season in the bud and you say, all right, this next season is like, let's say you only play a game against the rival conference once. You only play teams in your conference twice instead of 3 times. You only play teams in your
Scrap All-Star weekend.
What is they called the
Divisions.
Division. You only play teams in division 3 times instead of 4 times. You sort of cut that stuff out, and then that means that you just sort of nip everything in the bud, so then you can only have like 60 games in a season or something like that.
Could you see
Good idea, yeah.
All-Star weekend?
Yeah, you still have to do All-Star weekend.
Yeah,
You're gonna keep it.
Yeah. Don't you? You don't reckon?
But I
should.
reckon
They should
like,
keep
the
it.
breaks would be different though. Like
Yeah.
it's a build up to All Star, and it's like after All Star as well. There's like a couple of days. Like I reckon it'll be shorter.
Yeah, you give them a day rest. I mean, they usually only have a day rest between games. Why would you give them heaps more time to rest? You know.
Yeah.
It's just All-Star weekend. You know, get over it. No, don't get over it.
And then another issue is that obviously the Olympics had to be pushed back until for next year. So if the season does end up going until July, Tokyo Games for themselves begin the 23rd of July 2021. And this doesn't only affect America, but then like a lot of countries, like for us, Australia, we have Ben Simmons, Patty Mills, Joe Ingles, and all of them playing in America. And like they might not be able to play for Australia. So like what does that sort of do for like the watchability of the Olympics?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Like it'll be like you don't want to watch America just dominate. Like surely there's some teams that like Australia, like we're finally like getting like we're improving. We've got better players now, so I don't know.
Yeah, we're actually in our prime for the Olympics right now.
Yeah.
And then like they're gonna cut us 1 year short, like when we can actually compete for a gold medal finally. It's just one of those things where it's like, we got to play this season, but it's gonna be tough for everyone, you know. So I kind of get. Yeah, you go. Sorry.
Like last Olympics, remember when Australia was like we were beating US, we were beating the US, and Melo went off. But like I don't know, like we're there. It's without Simmons as well.
But I was so hard. I remember watching it live. I was like 8 points at one stage, and I was like, we're up. No, we got up by heaps. When we up like double digits at one point.
We're up by 10, I reckon. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was just like, bro, we're gonna win this. And then like USA just came back and slapped us. No, wait. Did they win? Yeah, they won.
Yeah,
they won.
And then they lost to like no. Did they win the gold medal that year?
Yeah, they won. Who did they beat?
Someone got knocked out. Like someone that was meant to make the final got knocked out, didn't they?
I think Spain got knocked out early.
They got knocked out by some trash team. I can't remember who it was, but no. Like the Olympics is weird because I still think they shouldn't go ahead with the Olympics. Too many people, bro. Like I know is it even a money maker at this point anymore? Because like you don't have people paying for entry to get into the Olympics, you know.
Yeah. But then I don't think I remember saying this thing like when Brazil hosted the Olympics and hosted the World Cup like back to back. Like it does bring in a lot of tourism because a lot of people want to come and watch. But at the same time, it leaves the cities devastated by because governments then pour money. Like Brazil built all these stadiums just for the World Cup that then don't get used anymore because they don't need them.
Yeah.
I don't know. The Olympics is an interesting topic, but it's not something that I could see myself even to be honest, like I don't watch the Olympics that much. Like I don't go, oh yeah, I'm gonna go watch the Olympics tonight. So like I'm not really too phased if it's played or if it's not played. It's just one of those things where it's like, oh, I want to watch America's best players, like the world's best. I don't even watch the rest of that. I just watch the basketball bit. I reckon that's it.
I don't care if they do or don't play it. I only watch 100 meters.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So I don't care if they cancel the Olympics, they play it. Like I'm not phased. I just want to. If they play the basketball, I'm happy. If they don't,
Yeah, it's good to watch basketball.
Yeah, the basketball is the best bit about the Olympics.
Yeah,
and the boxing.
Oh yeah.
It's so weird. They only let amateurs play fight, which is weird.
Yeah, that's weird.
Imagine Conor McGregor versus Floyd Mayweather in the Olympics. That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. Moving on to a more pressing topic: Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert with COVID-19, Corona. For those people that don't know what it is. So the Utah Jazz duo of Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert might be in trouble, as it's been reported that Donovan Mitchell remains reluctant to repair his relationship with Rudy Gobert because of his actions before the coronavirus diagnosis. The Jazz have started the process to try to fix the lingering issues between the star players with minimal success, with some sources saying that it doesn't appear to be salvageable. Should Donovan Mitchell want to repair his relationship with Rudy? I mean, what are your thoughts?
Not really. I don't think Rudy's an idiot.
Bro, oh my god, so dumb, bro. Like, he probably didn't know he had it, but he still went out of his way to spread it.
That's clownish, bro.
Yeah, he didn't have to do that. That was just not right. Like,
he's an idiot, bro. He's such
and for those of you who don't know, Rudy Gobert pretty much just touched a whole bunch of stuff when he shouldn't have been touching a whole bunch of stuff, and just spread it to the whole Jazz team. Bro, I would have been so mad. I would generally if I wouldn't blame Donovan Mitchell if he didn't want to fix, because
I wouldn't pick. I wouldn't pick.
That's not cool. You can't be out doing that.
It's one of those things where I'd probably request for a trade if I was on his team. Like I couldn't see myself playing with him like after those actions.
You wouldn't, yeah.
Nah.
Looks grim.
Like if that was his family, I'm sure he wouldn't have done that. You know.
Yeah.
Like if that was his family, but because he did know them that they're people, he's friends with, he did it. But
he just
wouldn't want to
treated it as a hoax, bro, and it's just like
I know, like such an idiot. Like he's just lucky that none of those players have compromised immune systems or anything, and like nothing serious did happen to them.
Yeah.
Still, it's just dumb. I remember Taku, you saying you remember when that happened. Like what were you doing?
No, I remember because who was playing? I think it was
OKC.
It was the Kings. It was the Kings were playing at the time. Like OKC was supposed to play Utah, but it was the Kings that I was watching.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And then like it just starts flashing at the bottom of the screen. It goes like, no, it was on my phone because I saw I have Woj on Twitter. So it goes like, a Jazz player has tested positive. I was like, bro, no way. And then on the screen it just goes, Rudy Gobert has tested positive for COVID-19. I was like, yo, what the hell? And legit, like by the end of the game, they're like, okay, this is the last like regular season game because they canceled the Pelicans game.
It was a shock.
They canceled the Utah game. And then they were like, they're canceling the season. I was just like,
I remember that. I remember watching
Rudy Gobert, bro.
The OKC game live, and they're just like. They're all huddled around him, and then all the OKC players like, yeah, what the fuck's going on? And then like they're just like, yeah, get away, and I was like, all right.
Oh yeah, Chris Paul's like, what's going? I'm like, leave.
Yeah, that's so dumb. I'm still pissed off that he did that. Like he's ruined the whole league because he decided to be an idiot. You know, like even so, they still would have shut down the league. I reckon even if he didn't spread it to the other players.
Yeah.
But, still, it's idiotic action.
At the time, they were talking about because that was still when they had fans. They were only starting to look at moving to not having fans when they canceled it.
That's true. Like, it's frustrating to hear, you know, someone that's, people like even kids look up to him and he's just doing that. Like, imagine a kid hearing that, they go, oh, he did that, that's okay now. You know, it's just one of those things. Like you gotta think bigger than
a mental.
Yeah,
who's saying Rudy Gobert my hero, bro?
Nah, like there's kids in Utah that probably love him. You know, it's just like you love Paddy Cripps if you're a Carlton fan. You know, like
Paddy Cripps would do though. Paddy Cripps. But I'm telling you, if Paddy Cripps did some stupid shit like that, bro, I'd be like, hey.
Yeah.
Come on.
But Paddy, we know you'd never do that. We love you, Paddy.
Hey, Paddy, bro, you come on the podcast.
If you want to come on the podcast, message me. You know, I love you, bro. I'm an Essendon fan. I still love you. Or Dyson Heppel, whichever one. I took a photo with Dyson Heppel one. Huh?
Oh, Waller.
Waller. Oh my god! I want Whoosh. I want John. Big Johnny on the pod.
John on soon. Whoosh, both Whooshes on the podcast soon.
Whoosh, Charlie and John duo on the podcast. Imagine.
So you alluded to this, but like, if the relationship between Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert isn't being able to fix, would you what? I'll ask Luke this. What do you think of the possibility of trading Rudy Gobert, 2-time Defensive Player of the Year, for Mitchell Robinson, Bobby Portis, Reggie Bullock, and a 2020 first-round pick? Who says no?
No.
Do the Knicks say no, or do the Jazz
I
say
think
no?
the Knicks. I don't think either team does that. No, I think. Look, if I was the Knicks and I were to get in Rudy, if I were to trade for Rudy Gobert or Donovan Mitchell, I'm going for Donovan Mitchell. And Rudy Gobert, he's good. Like, he's a good defender. But Mitchell Robinson, I mean, he's on the rise. He was second in blocks or third in blocks, like, in his rookie season. Like, I don't know. Like, he's got so much potential. He could easily turn into like maybe not as good as Rudy Gobert, but like, he could be very good. And there's no point trading, especially that first round pick as well. You may as well just keep building. I just want to build. I don't really want it.
You said before that you wanted CP3 at the Knicks. I mean, if you saw CP3 with what's his name? With Gobert, would you want him though? Like, would you still be interested in that trade? Like those two all-stars?
What's Gobert's contract?
Do you know?
I feel like Gobert's contract and Chris Paul's contract wouldn't allow us.
That would take a lot of the salary cap. Yeah.
And I don't even know if
you need Jerry Krause to make that go off.
Yeah. No, I think I want Chris Paul if we drafted a point guard like Killian Hayes, LaMelo Ball, Cole Anthony, any of them, then get Chris Paul as a mentor. I think Chris Paul would also help RJ Barrett a lot, and everyone, like Mitchell Robinson, all of them. But yeah, I think I'd rather build. Mitchell Robinson's 20, 21 years old. Rudy Gobert's a little bit older. I don't know. I think I'd rather build.
When does CP3's contract end? Does anyone know?
When he's 38.
28?
Yeah.
When he's 38. So he's 35 at the moment. 34.
Right, he's another
35, 34.
See, I couldn't see them trading for that kind of contract or waiting to the end of his. Imagine being 38 and still play. Maybe they hire him as a coach or something like that. I don't know. I could bench player. CP3.
And this is another potential trade by the Dallas Mavericks, but this is also Rudy Gobert for Dwight Powell, Tim Hardaway Jr., a 2020 second-round pick, and a 2025 first-round pick. I like that trade for the Mavericks.
If you're the Mavericks, yes.
You do that because
I don't think
KP, and Rudy. That's interior force is crazy. Then you've got Luka. So offensively, you've got Luka, KP. Defensively, you've got KP, Rudy Gobert, and then I feel like
the Jazz wouldn't accept that.
But then Gobert, I think Gobert's a free agent as well. Gobert's a pending free agent.
Oh, right.
So you only do this trade if you're just looking to get something in return.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
For Dallas to be a no-brainer.
Ultimately, do the Jazz trade Rudy Gobert or Donovan Mitchell?
Rudy. I reckon they'd go Rudy.
Yeah, Rudy. Oh, but
they've
got Luka Doncic. They got Doncic. Why would they need Mitchell?
No. I mean, do the Jazz trade Rudy Gobert or Donovan Mitchell?
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
But I mean, Luka Doncic and Donovan Mitchell as a backcourt, because Donovan Mitchell doesn't need the ball.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, all right. So here's my thinking behind trading Rudy. If I was to start up a new dynasty and I had a choice between Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell, I'm choosing Mitchell, 100%.
Yeah.
Because I know that guy can carry a team. Mitchell's done it before.
I don't think Mitchell's a baller. Mitchell's a baller. But I don't think Mitchell is a future MVP level type.
So isn't Rudy Gobert not either?
No, Rudy Gobert definitely isn't. So obviously you're keeping when I think of future MVP of the sort of new generation of players, I think Luka, Zion, Jason Tatum,
Ja Morant.
Ja Morant. I don't see. Here's my problem. I agree, but I don't agree with that because I can't see what Ja would do that would put him as an MVP candidate.
Bro, Ja's scoring is elite.
I know, but I can't see him taking over Zion.
Yeah, that's the thing. He's always going to be compared to Zion in this draft.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Even RJ. RJ's always... Bro, but imagine RJ and Zion.
RJ was the #1 high school player. He was above Zion and all of them.
That's crazy. No, remember when...
I mean, I still wish we had drafted Cam Reddish, but hey, it's like...
No, you know what's crazy? I reckon... No, Zion... I can't remember where I saw... Zion was projected to go... number 4 in the draft or something, or number 3.
At the start, he was
Yeah.
low.
And then at the end, he was number 1.
Unanimously number 1.
You know how much you have to
Yeah.
grind to get, like, because the difference between number 3 and number 1, it's like such a big gap, you know? Like, it's like, oh, it's only 2 spots, but like the skill gap between number 3 and number 1 is huge. Like, you look at any number 3 and number 1, you know, you see like, oh, that's why LeBron was number 1. And
I
that's
mean,
why
Hakeem, Olajuwon, and MJ.
And MJ, I was thinking that.
Okay, yeah.
Now, but then also think about this. I think
That was different. That was different.
Now look back at the year Duke had. Duke should have easily have made the Final Four that year. They should have. And then RJ and Cam didn't. Especially Cam, they didn't have the year that they should have had.
Yeah.
Cam really didn't play.
He dropped off.
Cam dropped off, and then even RJ, when after college, there were a lot of question marks about RJ's decision making. Do you remember, Luke? Remember we were watching that game, and then like RJ drove to the basket when he should have given it to Zion.
Yeah, I know. He
so it's like that's why I think that's why he dropped off a bit. He even dropped below Ja because RJ should have been number 2 if anything. But after college, people were really then starting. Obviously, Ja skyrocketed his 2 years at But then RJ really dropped off at the same time and posed a lot of questions about his sort of decision making in the in crunch moments.
But I'm gonna put this through. Did he drop off or did he stand in the shadow of Zion?
I guess the thing, Zion just went like that, and then I don't know. I don't know. There was a time. Do you remember the time when the mock draft had Zion 1, RJ 2, Cam Reddish 3?
Yeah.
All Duke players.
But Cam really. That's why I really wanted to, because I honestly, I love Jared Culver, and I think Jared Culver is going to be a defensive beast on the wing. But I think what Cam can do, just like shooting wise, and be that sort of 3D player, 3D player that we can use, especially with like D'Angelo Russell and Cat. I would have thought Cam would have been a better option.
Yeah.
And the fact that Cam dropped to 9, bro.
I know.
No, you don't mean
10, wasn't it? Was it 10?
Wait, who went? No, because Hawks said 9 and 10.
That's right. Yeah.
No, you know what was the goated video during the whole NCAA season? The RDC World 1. Like, they come with bangers, bro. RDC.
They don't miss.
Bro, they just every video is just a banger. They did this one where it's like the officials watching the Duke game, and it's the one where someone's going for a dunk, and they're like, "Oh, quick, move the rim a millimeter to the left," and they're like, they move it moves a bit, and he misses the dunk. I was like, bro, these guys, oh my god, they're so funny, bro. It's so true. Like, looking back, Duke had some crazy luck there, as well as like. They had some crazy luck as much as they did like play average.
They should have lost the Taku for all.
Yeah, I know. That was crazy. Like, looking back, the NCAA tournament is so wild, bro.
That year was good. That tournament was good.
That was a good year.
That was fun.
That's like the one. That was like the year actually. Like we watched. You remember we made a bracket and we actually watched it.
Yeah, I know. First game, my bracket already lost, so I was like, oh.
Bro, it's impossible. Zach LaVine put up his card because it's impossible to get a perfect bracket.
Yeah.
There's too many variations.
Yeah.
How many teams go into it? 32?
64. No, 64.
64. 64 by 64. What's that? It's like 100 and... No, it's more. 64. Okay. I can't even
don't do the math, bro. You're gonna hurt your brain, bro.
It's about 23. Moving on to a more pressing issue that we talked about before.
Segment 3.
Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. Ooh. Kevin Durant has not played during the 1920 season because of ruptured right Achilles tendon suffered during the NBA Finals last June. And last week he said, "My season is over and I don't plan on playing at all." If Durant is healthy by the time games start in July/August, should he play?
No.
Well, he's not now, obviously, but I think it's a good decision. Yeah, he it's an Achilles injury. Like, you come back from that and you do it again. That's his career gone.
Your career gone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
100%.
it's smart. It is smart.
Look at DeMarcus Cousins. Like, Boogie will forever be. I love DeMarcus. Boogie will forever be like the saddest shit because Boogie. Remember before he got injured, like
how good was he?
Him and AD were figuring it out.
Yeah.
and then he tears his Achilles, goes to the Warriors, does his quad, doesn't even win a championship, goes to the Lakers, he's starting to be healthy again, does his quad again.
No, he didn't do his quad as well. He also got like charged by the police, didn't he?
Oh no, that's because his baby mom was being. I ain't gonna say that, but
I'm not nice lady. You bleep that out.
this is a PG podcast. The PG podcast. What do you say?
Nah,
Mr. Kips can listen.
Don't lie to the fans. Don't lie to the fans. It's not. It's not Paul George. I need to go home. Bro, I have to stop. I don't know. It's like I still reckon the Warriors are wrong for playing him. If anything, I still reckon they were so in the wrong.
They shouldn't have played him.
They shouldn't have played him. They were going to lose no matter what, and they ruined it even more. They ruined such a good future. KD is like got so much potential to be considered one of the greatest. I reckon.
He's the bro. Think about Kevin Durant, a 7-footer that has guard handles and shoots the lights out.
The only thing I think he's not like in that top 5, like even I don't know where he would be in the like overall, but like it's the fact that the move that he did to leave OKC to join 73 and 9, that's the weakest move ever. I love KD, and then just doing that just absolutely like change opinion.
It ruined him. It ruined his.
And like yeah, good on him. He won a few championships, but like those championships really like.
But what did it cost?
Yeah, like that's just okay. Well,
it's crazy to think. It's like you look at like all-time greats like MJ. It's like I think especially watching guys in our generation, it's crazy to think the fact that Michael Jordan has 6 and he three-peated twice.
I know. How do you get?
Kobe has 5 and three-peated and then did back-to-back. LeBron has 3. Like think about it. LeBron only like it's crazy to think LeBron only has 3. LeBron should have like.
He should have more. Let's be honest. They should have beaten Dallas. That was a bad series, and then
he just choked, man. He just choked, bro.
And it's choked. It's crazy.
It's not that he choked.
Any GOAT conversation. I'm being serious. Like that series just ruins it.
And then
if he didn't lose to Dallas, he'd be in some like people would actually take him seriously with something like GOAT.
Yeah.
He'd have 4 because whenever you talk to someone like MJ, LeBron, they go, yeah, but he lost to Dirk Nowitzki.
Dallas is just.
Fair point. That was bad.
I think that finals run by Dirk. I think Dirk swept Kobe.
Yeah, Dirk
beats KD, Russ, and James Harden.
I can't believe that. I cannot believe that, bro. I cannot believe that.
But they were 20, bro. They were 20.
I still get angry. I still get angry thinking about it, though. Imagine those 3. If he just had paid Harden what he wanted, our team would be stacked. We would have won at least 3. Like
it was 4 million. It was 4 million. The thing that's the fact it was just 4 million. That's it.
Yeah, no,
it was just 4 million extra.
We paid James Harden 4 million. There's no what's it called dynasty for Golden State. Like that. They don't win those championships.
Guaranteed. OKC was next. And the fact that OKC drafted 3 MVPs back to back.
I have to get up. I can't. I don't think about it. I actually get frustrated. Like, it just pisses me off, man. Because we were so in contention. We should have kept James Harden. We should have beaten LeBron. We should have beaten Golden State Warriors. But no, we lost to a half-court shot.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God! I still get angry. We blew a 3-1 lead.
Oh my God!
It actually pains me.
If you win one of those games, you would have beaten Cleveland as well.
Yeah, I think he beat Cleveland.
Swept. No, not swept. 6 games minimum. 6 games minimum. It's just one of those things where it's like shoulda, woulda, coulda, you know. But like Oklahoma, we don't have like integrity. Like we don't have strength or integrity, you know. We just lack something.
Relax, KSI. Yeah, relax, fam.
Yeah, I know. We have no knowledge. But like we lack something in our team that just doesn't give us that championship DNA. Like, you know what I was talking about in the what's it called, that documentary, and it was Reggie Miller versus LeBron, and Reggie Miller, like, it gets down to like the last minute, and Reggie's like, yeah, they just outplayed us. Like they just turned it on again. You know, after we were like burnt out, Michael Jordan just turned it on, and it's just a championship DNA that they have. That's what we just lack. We don't have anyone that's been there and done that, you know? Like if KD comes back, Hopefully, never.
He's not coming back.
He's not coming back. But imagine if KD came back to Oklahoma and then tears up a CP3%.
It'd be very, bro. I always dreamed that KD would go, like, if like Russ is still there, KD goes back. KD, Magic, KD, PG, Russ.
And Harden comes back.
Harden leaves the Rockets and goes back to OKC.
We'll have point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, and then
Oladipo stays.
Center. And then get rid of Oladipo. He can go.
Oladipo slept on, bro. Oladipo so heavily slept on.
He's not my guy.
Oladipo my guy.
So, moving on to a more pressing issue. So, talking about KD again, him and his team decided last summer when it first happened that he was going to wait until the following season. He had no plans of playing at all this season. If the opportunity presents itself and the Nets get out in the first round, should he play? Still no.
I think if Kyrie Irving was playing, that would make sense. But since Kyrie Irving isn't going to be playing, then it doesn't make sense for KD to be playing. And then, in the same breath, it's like him joining then throws the Nets out of balance because he hasn't been there all year.
Yeah.
So they don't know how to play with him on the floor.
I mean,
I wouldn't. Yeah, it wouldn't risk it. Not worth it.
Kyrie Irving suggested that it's possible he could join the Nets in Orlando this summer as an inactive player supporting his teammates. With Irving had season-ending shoulder injury surgery in March 3rd. How will the Nets go without Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant there? If they did make it.
They're seven. They'll be playing Toronto. Toronto first round.
They'll get done.
They're not making it out. They're not making it out now.
And our final segment of the day, the all-time great finals careers. I mean, this is like way off topic, I guess.
Something different, something spicy.
Get rid of all the negative corona stuff and people missing out and all that. We're talking about the all-time great final career game. So, Big Billy Russell, the GOAT, my GOAT, 11 championships. Who else is doing it?
Why did you cap so much on this point?
He doesn't have enough fingers to put his championships on. How crazy is that?
So much. I'm pretty sure you even have Bill Russell in your top 10, bro. Someone find out if I had Bill Russell in their top. I don't think he had Bill Russell.
Someone's going to want to go back and watch one of our old podcasts just to find it out.
Yeah,
I had him like number 9. I think I had him number 9. I'd hit the centers like in the bottom half of my top 10. I'd like.
Wait, while Luke's here, Luke, while you're here, give us a rundown. Your top 10. Let's hear your top 10.
All right. Jordan, LeBron, Kobe. This is where it's impossible. Magic, Shaq, Kareem, Larry Bird, Bill Russell. Did I say Wilt? I don't think I said Wilt. Wilt.
Allen Iverson.
Carmelo Anthony.
Oh my.
No, I don't know.
Allen Iverson alone. Allen Iverson's the GOAT, bro.
I'll go Steph 10th.
Oh my.
You know what? Fair enough.
Bro, I'm taking Akeem over Steph though. I'm taking Akeem over Steph.
Oh, true, Akeem. There's too many players.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Too many players. I mean, like, you got Ron Baker, you got Quincy Acey, you got...
Quincy Acey. Bro, leave.
All right. So, moving back to Bill Russell. Bill was more known for his intangibles and understanding the ways to help his teammates win, other than scoring and rebounding, shot blocking, respecting, and passing. In Bill's last game, which came on the road, and in Game 7 of the 1969 NBA Finals, he played all 48 minutes, led the Celtics in 21 rebounds, 6 assists, and just 6 points, and even 7 shots, and helped hold a Lakers team that averaged 112.2 points on 47% shooting to 106 and on 40%. Not only did he play that game, but he was also coach of the team in the game versus Wilt Chamberlain, Jerry West, and Elgin Baylor. I mean,
I can imagine just Bill Russell. He's like, all right, boys. So what we're doing is, John, have a check again that way. Bob Cousy this way. Give me the ball though. I know I'm the coach, but also I'm gonna win the game as well.
I'm gonna slam this on Wilt's head. Will's about to get a bucket on his head. Imagine Will just turns around, backs him up in the post. Pushes him down like Shaq.
And
He
you're
goes,
like barbecue chicken.
Sit down. Barbecue chicken. Barbecue chicken. Hey, Shaq versus Wilt, who you taking?
Will.
Shaq.
Will, bro, did you see Wilt was just an insane athlete?
Wilt's fake. Wilt's a fake human. I've never seen anything.
I'm convinced he never lived. No, I'm
He's
convinced
fake. He's not real.
Wilt was this like nerd that hacked the NBA books and just wrote down his name. He was like, yeah, bro, I dropped 50.
I actually did.
Bro, legit.
No,
I saw this thing and Wilt, there was one, apparently Wilt had like 58 points, 24 rebounds,
who is this
22
guy?
assists, 18 blocks,
Man,
11 steals.
that.
That's fake. You
It is
cannot tell
fake.
me you had to think triple-double. Bruh, lies.
No,
That is lies.
They're probably like, oh, we didn't watch the game today. Can you write your stats down? Yeah, got you. 100 points.
Well, he didn't even play. He was probably some bench player.
He's probably a bench player.
He's fake.
Oh my god. I mean, that was a great game, but D Wade, bro. That
D Wade, I was watching that game. I was actually sad, man.
Don't want me to read out what happened?
Oh, D Wade. That was when. Oh my god, Taku. Remember we always said this when. What do you call it? His son did the whole.
Video when he was like,
my
dad.
My god.
Wade. Oh,
that was elite,
bro. I was like, damn.
Wade recorded his first triple-double since 2011. So in Dwayne Wade's last game, this is his last game, Dwayne Wade recorded his first triple-double since 2011. He led the Heat in points with 25, 10 assists, and the rebounding led with 11 rebounds as a point guard. This was only the 8th triple-double in NBA history by a player aged 37 or older. Wade's 25 points were by far the most scored in those 8. I mean, what can you say? It's D Wade. He's the GOAT.
Love D Wade.
He's the GOAT. Like, he carried LeBron.
Facts.
Do you reckon LeBron's winning without D Wade?
Facts? No.
Nah.
LeBron had to learn how to win from D Wade.
Yeah, that's facts. I mean,
Wade dunked on Virgil.
Yeah, Wade won a championship without LeBron. But
Shaq was my guy.
Shaq, yeah.
Shaq was old as shit at that age. He was like 2009.
No, it's 2005. Yeah, because Pistons were 2004. Heat were 2005. Yeah.
Shaq was good. Oh, no, he wasn't too old.
No, Shaq let himself go. Because, like, if Shaq has, like, an 8 of Kobe's, like, just grind. Obviously, now, I don't want to do, like, I ain't going to disrespect Shaq like that. But,
I'm not disrespect Shaq. You're a bum. Train harder, boy.
But, like.
Drop a bucket on your head. I'd drop buckets on Shaq. Right now.
Bro, Shaq is still
cross
dunk.
him into a wheelchair.
Shaq's like 50 and he can still dunk.
Shaq, if you're watching this, I'm crossing you into a wheelchair, my guy.
Alright.
You're barbecue chicken, my guy. You're barbecue chicken.
Allow it.
Chicken. Nah, go on.
I'm not. Wait, I don't know what I was saying now.
He's barbecue
last
chicken.
name.
Yeah, I mean, Shaq's last game wasn't that memorable compared to D Wade. But like, speaking of someone else's last memorable game, Wilt Chamberlain. The final game of Wilt's career came in Game 5 of the 1973 NBA Finals. Although the Lakers could not get past the New York Knicks, Wilt played all 48 minutes, had 23 points, 21 rebounds on 9 from 16 from shooting, doing while playing Willis Reed. Only 64 players in NBA history have ever posted a 20-point, 20-rebound line in the playoffs. Only 4 have done it by the age of 36 or older. I mean, 2K stats, what am I saying?
It's fake. It's not true.
No, he's a my career player. He just plays on my career the whole time. He doesn't play
He does. He plays on rookie difficulty.
He definitely played on rookie difficulty. My guy. He definitely played on rookie difficulty.
Bro, he's playing Thomas. My guy left and then started our volleyball league. Like, get out of here, bro. Shut up.
But he couldn't beat Clyde Frazier.
Yeah.
It's crazy that Wilt only has like 3 championships, man. Bill Russell really just Wilt could easily have like 13.
Nah.
14.
No way.
Bill Russell.
The reason he doesn't have 13 is because he had no winning mentality.
He only cared about them numbers, though.
Yeah, I reckon he was like a Russell Westbrook before Russell Westbrook was a person. You know, he just He walks so Russell could run. Just a stat pattern.
Just go to the greatest final career game.
Yeah, this in my
Unbelievable
game.
game.
This is in Kobe Bryant's last game. He logged 42 minutes and launched more shots than the league had seen in almost 5 decades. 50 shots. Trash. Bryant scored 23 of his 60 points in the fourth quarter, helping the Lakers rally from a 15-point deficit to the Utah Jazz. He scored 17 of the Lakers' final 19 points to help them secure the 109-96 win.
So, I'll never forget. I was watching the game, and Lakers down by 1. He gets the rebound. The commentator goes like, "Lakers have a chance to take the lead, and look who has the ball." I had chills. And then he goes around the screen, Julius Lance, what's his name? Larry Nance Jr. screen.
Yeah.
Pulls up, swishes, and then goes like, "Lakers with the lead." I was just like,
Lakers with the lead.
Unreal.
Bang. Click.
I miss
This
school.
is your Kodak moment.
I miss school. Don't tell my parents.
Did you miss
I miss school. I wagged school that day just to watch that game.
I was watching it. I was in business.
The Warriors were playing at the same time to go 73-9, and no one was watching that game.
Yeah, no one
watched
No one cared, bro. No, I remember I was in business management with Nick, Sam, and Lucky. We're all sitting down. My teacher, he knew we weren't doing work, but like,
yeah,
he was just like, "Hey, Kobe, I
couldn't believe
respect that."
I think I was in history class and I was watching it with Mr. Baird. No. Mr. Lewis was my teacher, I'm pretty sure. And bro, I remember he was just sitting there, like we were watching some documentary. I just couldn't give a shit. I was just like, "Yo, Kobe's dropping buckets here." I think that's
he went off. It was just the last, like he got 50, and it was like nice. And then he had 10 points in the last like minute. I was like,
he went off.
It was good. That step back 3. That step back 3.
Elite.
That was huge. I was just like, "Damn." And like, remember Shaq's like, "I told that guy to get 50, that motherfucker got 60.
Yeah.
I was like, hey.
What was good was when he was shooting those free throws. So the last, what more do you want to score 60 points? Kobe shooting a free throw to get 60. I mean, it's just like
the same spot he did his Achilles.
It's just standard, It's just standard for him, He just
same spot where he passed Michael Jordan for number 3rd.
That's it. Yeah.
All time scoring, and then he got passed by LeBron.
Hey, don't wait. Hey, I mean, Kobe being top. Hey, whoever, I'll fight. Kobe being easily top 5 all time.
Oh, I love that video.
Top 5 all time. He's top 5
for the win.
Yeah.
Bang! Oh my god.
Chillest moment of all time is click. This is your Kodak moment.
Bro, I have a bone to pick. If anyone out there thinks that Kodak moment
I hate Reggie Miller in general.
Commentary saying, I will fight you.
Like,
moment is so wow.
In the dunk contest. In the dunk contest, someone could just tip the ball and be like, oh my god, he's gonna win. I'm like, shut up. Oh my god.
I hate it.
Out of here, my guy.
I told y'all Dennis Smith's gonna win this. I told y'all. I'll shut up. Oh my god.
If he doesn't shut up next time, I swear to God. I hate
did you see? That guy that goes like Grant. So DeMarcus Cousins, Grant Napier is the guy that goes like what how does he go? He goes like, "If you don't like that, you like NBA basketball."
Yeah. That's DeMarcus.
Easily.
DeMarcus Cousins message like on Twitter was like, "Hey Grant, what do you think about Black Lives Matter?" And then DeMarcus Cousins, and then he was like, "Hey DeMarcus, thought you forgot about me. I think that all lives matter." And then he got fired by the Kings.
What an idiot! What an idiot! Bro. Oh my god. How much of a bum can you be, bro? Like, what an idiot. Turn your brain on. Oh my god. But bro, that is
no wait. No, Luke has to tell the story of
game-winning shot.
Look, I think I might leave this for the last Des, but like
no, you gotta it's a split decision exclusive. You gotta tell the crowd how you're feeling, how everything.
I don't know. So 30 seconds to go. We're down by like 2 points, whatever it was, and there was a timeout. And I remember looking at Matt and looking at Ben, they were like dead. And I just sort of sat there. I was like, it's over. Like I knew, like I was like, there's no chance we're gonna win this game now. And
wait,
then,
and remember, you guys were up by 10 earlier in the game as well.
We were. That's the problem. So we're up by 10 with about 10 minutes to go, and we they turned up. They started hitting some threes, and we were stuffed. We were gone. And then down to 30 seconds left, timeout. Des, you could hear it in his voice. He was like, he knew we were in a bit of strife. And then then we came back out there. Pete gets a steal.
Oh,
and we won't talk about it. He has a wide open layup. You all know the end of that story. He misses, but I missed the tip. They get the ball, and then some bloke for them decides to go for the layup on Matt. Matt gets the ball. Bong drives, and I thought, and he gets fouled, and I was like, he's the perfect bloke to go to the free throw line. So I remember, like, I sat down the other end, and he misses the second one. And I don't know, I just sort of felt like that spot, every other shot I'd taken with the rest of the game felt perfect. And that was the exact spot I kept taking my threes. And I was like, one of them was going to drop. And then just catching, I remember when Dimos passed me the ball, I don't know, it just felt right. And like, I could have driven. Right. I felt like driving, honestly. Like, it doesn't look like I did, but my instinct was to drive. And then I was just like, nah, Kobe. And then that was it. The rest is history, and we win.
Hey, insert the clip here of him hitting that game winner. I think you've got it.
I have. If you're watching this on YouTube, the clip's right now.
Good rebound.
Bro,
yeah,
that shot was insane. Actually, I remember watching it, and then it left when you shot it. I was with Adam. We're just like holding our breath.
Yeah,
and
well, the first, and that's the other thing.
You're sitting there just like.
I didn't know what to think. Right? I didn't know what to think because like it was just everything was just full on. It just happened out of nowhere, and then like I remember like when I hit it and I was like the game was over. I could see Taku just like running. He's like, he's going crazy. He's like coming straight for me.
I'm telling you,
I just like jumped.
Best sports moment. That is my no. Actually, that's second. My best moment is when we went undefeated in soccer. That on year 12.
That's good.
That was fake.
I mean, what did I say? We're the best soccer team in the NA servers. Best soccer team in the NA servers. And if you've got a clip, insert the clip of Bowder scoring that penalty right now.
Bet.
Shout out to Bowder. Bowder, if you see this, I love you, man. You're a legend.
Hey, Bowder, podcasting.
Bowder soon. We'll talk about some horses or something. I don't know. I mean,
but hey,
that's going to be a wrap for today. Thank you, everyone for watching. Thanks, Luke, for joining us. Make sure you get your Kremlin. Its link is always in the description. It's in a bio.
Taku 10. Taku 10.
Tom 10 at discount.
10% discount.
So make sure you check that Kremlin. Guys, like, subscribe, follow our social medias, 5-star review on the Apple podcast.
And on Facebook. Reviews on Facebook as well.
So thank you all for watching. Thank you again, Luke, for joining us. Yeah. And we will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
Fuck you, big boy with that big broom. Big boy, how I come through. Big boy with that brand new, cause I'm killing it.